What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Jad here from Puma Plow playing some more Railroads Online. Let's get to it. So here we are back in Railroads Online. Obviously some work has happened. But chat, check this out. So, you know, if a little bit, oh, by the way, and I did talk to Left before doing this. I talked to him last night about this. I had to remove some of his stuff that he had, the props and the power lines or the telegraph lines here at Leftyville. But he knew that was going to happen, and he was cool with it. For progress, he was okay with it, all right? You know, they say if a little train yard's good, then a lot of a train yard's better, right? So, welcome to Jurassic Park. Anyway, so now we have our 3 lines here, right? To me, this one here is really your main line because it's got your freight depot, but whatever. And then, so here's what I envision, right? So if you need to back into the train yard, now there's a track up here, okay? So you can run your train out onto here, okay? So if you're on the main line coming from the east to the west, you can run your train out on this line and get off the main line, okay? The whole thing here is we should be able to do full yard operations without blocking main line anymore, which is going to be pretty sweet. Then you can back in, and then we do have a roundhouse. All right, we do have a roundhouse now. I might add on to that. I tried to get 2 working, and that's just a pain to make 2 of them work off one round table, or if off one turntable. So that's a whole thing. We do have our line for firewood still. That didn't change. Well, part of it changed. And then we now have 20. We have 20 tracks that are 150 meters long a piece, plus a bumper for backing cars into. 20 tracks. You betcha.
5 Shadow 1985 just resubscribed for 67 months. Puma Plo Big Debra, Puma Plo Big Debra, Puma Plo Big Debra, Puma Plo Big Debra, Hi Puma Plo Big Debra dance.
Fire Shadow, thanks for the 67-month resub. How's it going, man? Welcome in. What's poppin'? Air frying. Interesting, Sean. All right. So if you're coming from the west and you want to back into the train yard, if you need to hit the depot, you can hit the freight depot. Otherwise, if you don't need to hit the depot, you can, of course, jump to a different track up here and get off the main line. If you need to hit the depot, but you still want to get off, you come up here, jump onto this track that's 150 meters long, then back in past Leftyville into the whole thing. I think it's going to be pretty cool, and we still have our loop back track. So if you're coming from the east or starting from the west, you want to hit the depot, go back to the west, you can hit this loop around track.
Obale just resubscribed for 14 months. Hello all. It's gonna be
pretty awesome. Obale, what's going on? What's popping? Fire Shadow, playing some. I need to get back into Captain one of these days, but that's okay. I'm doing great, man. A little tired today, but that's okay. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Obale, thanks for the 14-month resub, by the way. Appreciate it. A blast of lemonade and peach. Interesting. Jeff, what's going on? I hope everything's all right with your little Discord post there. Hope everything's all right. But yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty cool. I don't know. It leaves some room in the center. I don't know what far, but all the switches are like. I have a wet sock now, by the way.
Says Coot cheered X100. Puma Plo Hype Train, Puma Plo Hype Train, Puma Plo Hype Train, Puma Plo Big Debra, Hi Puma Plo Big Debra, Hi Puma Plo Big Debra dance, Puma Plo Big Debra dance. I finally got to come home yesterday.
Yay, Scoot. I was wondering, actually, man. I was wondering, Scoot, thanks for the 100 bits triggering a hype train, and I'm glad you got to come home yesterday. The only thing with this is you kind of have to watch where you're clicking on these switches, because if you click like in the middle, you might activate the top one, not the bottom one. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, chat. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the new engine, chat, the one that I was going to say the criminal enterprise, but it was just left. The one that left bought the other day. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go get me some iron ore. Now, last night when the boys and I were playing, because the boys and I did play for a while last night, we basically determined that the smelter really needs to be changed. That's pretty much what we determined last night. So I think I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to go to the smelter and I will change it when I get there. Back together. I got you, Jeff. I got you. All right. So we're going to throw all those switches. These don't. Well, that one was right. They're all spring switches that way. It doesn't matter. Plus, by doing what I did here, I got rid of that triple switch, by the way. Because you guys know I had issues with that one. So we just got rid of that.
L3FT4D3 Adgeardex 100. More like someone hit the delete key and rage quit smile.
Left. I don't know what you're talking about. I could have fixed it actually if I would have been thinking. I loaded the wrong save. That's why it went poof. I loaded the clean save. I didn't load the what's it called technically. So the autosave. So I done messed that up. So we could have had all of our progression last night, but well, it's a little late now since I redid the whole train yard today. I'm not going back to an autosave. Not doing it. Appreciate the bits though left. What's popping? Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever it is. But anyway, so we do have a couple hopper cars. We purchased the other night, and let's go do some what's it called? Iron ore. There is one thing I want to check though. This track that goes across here from basically the iron works to the iron smelter. I put a Y in it right here. Yeah, okay. And last night this switch was set to go to nothing. And I'm coming like flying through there and well, it was terrifying. I do have to cut down trees again. I had to cut down trees last night. And I will have to cut those down again tonight, so that's okay. It's fine. I am farming tomorrow, Scoot. I'll be farming all day, starting around noon central. Yeah. You betcha. And this should probably be a bridge, these two tracks here, but it's fine. It's fine, chat. All right, and we kind of have dual track too, although not really, and it's only to here, so. Yeah, betcha. But I'm trying to make it so, like I was saying before, you can do anything in the yard without interfering with the quote-unquote main line. So I like that idea a lot. You know, I don't know if I like this one. I moved this. Okay, it is gonna clear. Okay, we're fine. I moved this track earlier today a little bit, that curve. And hadn't tested the track yet, basically, so we're fine. Yeah, I got you, Scoot. I got you. You're more than welcome, as always. More than welcome, there, Scoot. You betcha. Alright, so we're going to run up to the iron ore mine. And we will grab our, well, we can haul 40 iron ore. 10 per car, so. We'll run up there and then take it over yonder and redo the smelter. Because I'm just not a huge fan of the way the smelter is working. I don't care for it. Kind of like this awkward transition right there, too. I don't like that, but someday. Someday we can fix it up. Alright. We should just be able to coast now to, well, part of where we're going. Let's see. That switch is already set. Let's go. You betcha. Turn cable. I guess kind of in a way, yeah. It could. I guess. Need a safety slowdown here, y'all. I know Trent wants me to make this track go straight so he can go faster. He doesn't like the curve. Oh, man. This is the, where our roundhouse is right now and stuff. Yeah. Nice little train. I like that a lot, actually. The little train symbol. I like it. Alright. Might need to slow down here in a second, though. We're fine. You grab corn on the cob this week. Can we pizzazz it? No. I don't think so. I mean, it's not raw meat, so technically it's not against the owner's manual, right? Yeah, I don't. Why? Why don't you just boil it like mom used to? Yeah, why do you want to pizzazz it? Just boil it. Put some butter and salt on it. Have a good time. I don't know. The weirdest weird questions I deal with yet. Wrap it in foil would be like roasting it. You'd have to get some. You'd have to cut your ears in half, like lengthwise. You know, the pizzazz isn't. Like, it doesn't have that thick of a cooking area, right? So you'd have to cut your ears probably if you cut them like half and half, like half that, and then.
Listener once
Maybe
from JX100. The way you said that, I thought you felt like the pizzazz book was part of the Bible or something.
It is. It is. Yeah, actually. Wow. Well, it says no raw meat. I guess they're worried you're gonna catch your house on fire with the grease or something. I don't know. Not sure. Not too sure. I will say, you know, left bought this engine the other day without. I didn't know what was going on. But this engine is pretty solid. I like it. Of course, I'm only pulling 4 empty cars, but this thing kind of gets with it a little bit. Just saying, it kind of rolls. I'm not opposed to it. Although I should have changed my lights before I left because, you know, maybe we're still out of service. I don't know. Something like that, right? Something like that. I'm really glad I rebuilt this track, by the way. This track turned out pretty good. I like this one. I go into like the coal mine. I'm not sure about that one yet. We'll have to probably rebuild a bunch of that one. I built that one Friday night. I just don't know about it. Not sure how I feel about that one yet, but that's okay. It's fine. It's all good. All right, we are perusing and hoping that we stay upright on the tracks, right? Although, you know, now when you derail, it's not that bad, so. Because you can fly. That's the best part. Flying is by far the best part. Just saying. So we have to cut trees down and redo the... Speaking of trees, they're disappearing. Redo the smelter here after a while. There you go. First time. Get that to cook your corn on. I don't know why you just boil it. Wrap it in foil and throw it in the oven. I don't know. I'm sure you could cook it in a crock pot, right? I would imagine you could cook it in a crock pot, right? Oh, we're doing that again? Alright. Man. Man, oh man. Here's what the mail thing. Look up recipes. I know it's a thing. I've yeah. Seen it before. Grilled sweet corn slabs, just like grilled pineapple. Grilled pineapple is really good. I'm just not a corn guy. I mean, I like growing, like even in real life. Like, I enjoyed back in the day when we used to grow sweet corn. I always thought that was fun. It's a lot of work sometimes. It's fine. Especially the way we used to get rid of the corn after we were done with it. That was... Oh, that was kind of annoying sometimes, to be honest. We're gonna try this other track. We haven't really been on this one yet, chat. We're gonna try that one tonight. We've been taking this side. We're gonna go on the east side now. Dad used to make us chop down the sweet corn and run it through this like shredder. And it was like the most annoying thing of all time. So finally, I think it was the last year we grew sweet corn. I was like, Dad, you gotta let me try it one time. He's like, what? I said, I'm gonna get the brush hog out off the back of the 995 and chop up your sweet corn with the brush hog. And he's like, okay. It worked so good. Just saying. Leave the leaves. Oh man, smoked salt, huh? Wow. Might be going a little spicy around that curve. That's okay. Squirrels weren't so bad when we grew up in town. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, and the problem down on the farm, or down at the farm, is the raccoons. The raccoons and the deer, that's why we quit growing corn. Forever and ever and ever, we never had problems with deer at the farm. And then, I don't know what happened, but like, they found our place finally. And they would just come in and they would take the whole ear, go to a different spot in the garden and nibble on it just a little bit, and then they would leave it. And it's like, thanks. Really appreciate y'all, you know? It was very kind of them. Very, very kind of them. Or something like that. Yeah, good times. Yeah, right, Scoot. Scoot, you know how many squirrels are here? Oh my goodness. You would have to sit out there 24/7. Or do squirrels have a bedtime? Not sure. Genius, this is actually this locomotive Mr. Left bought the other night on Friday. I kind of blacked out and was building track, and I didn't realize that Trent and Left were making Left money like crazy. They were working on hauling stuff all around the map, making Left a bunch of money, which is fine. And then they just like show up in this new loco, and I was like, I don't even know what loco that is. I don't even know where it came from. How did you get so much money? It was kind of funny. It was, I was annoyed, but like, it was kind of funny at the same time. And actually I really like it. It's a good loco, to be honest. Oh, we're going green. Just because we can, chat. I should have changed them, you know, before we left, but what fun is that? But yeah, so we have a new loco. Really, the only thing that's been done on here off stream has just been some track lane. I redid our train yard today. Oh. Yeah. All right, Trent, we'll see you. Hooking up to the cameras and do it now. Yeah, our neighbor Karen. Yeah. Yep. Hmm? Oh, is that what you guys were doing? You were doing one for you, one for me, one for him? Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know what was going on. I just blacked out and was building track. And for anybody curious, what was I building on Friday when all that was going on? That would be the diamond interchange over here. I was building that. So. You start with the bets. Well, you can choose your engine, right? There's 3 it gives you to choose from. There's 3 of them that it gives you to choose from. They're not the best engines. They're little tiny ones, which is fine. And then you start with a couple small cars for hauling logs, because really the first thing to do in this game is to haul logs from the lumber camp to the sawmill. And for reference, you start with no track, by the way. For reference, though, the lumber camp is up north and the sawmill's over here on the west side, northwest. So you have to build your track, and you start at the freight depot. So you got to build a track from the freight depot to the sawmill, or to the log camp and to the sawmill, basically. So, and then you just go from there. And the tracks don't cost money. The switches don't cost money. The decorations don't cost money. Like the stuff, props, nothing like that costs money. The cars and the trains cost money, and you get paid every time you deliver anything. You get money. It doesn't matter if you take, you know, to the freight depot or if you take it to another industry. So like all of this iron ore, I'm going to get paid when I drop this off at the smelter. I'm not going to get paid a lot of money, but I will get some cash. So, but that's kind of where we're at with what you do on this map when you start. So we are working right now. So this is iron ore. So to get the iron ore, Trent was working a bunch the other day on Friday, hauling lumber and beams from the sawmill down to here. And that makes the iron ore. And we had quite a bit of iron ore, actually. So pretty good there. And then from here, we're going to take the iron ore to the smelter. And actually, we got some work to do over there first. John smells like... Oh, I don't.
L3FT4D3 at Cheerdex 100. It's the criminal enterprise for a reason, John. We are efficient. Smile. I can't tell you the entire secrets of the enterprise, but just know, John, I was in your favor till it was crunch.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sounds like a lot if you're playing solo. It probably, I mean, somebody like Big Deborah or Yami Rider could probably tell us if it's a lot played solo. I mean, most of the time I do play. Most of the time there's at least a couple of us in here. Although, like today, I played a bunch and all I did was build track. I mean, I had to move a couple locos to delete the track they were on, but yeah. So it is a lot, but you know, once you get into it and you're driving trains everywhere, it's fun. I enjoy it. I don't know if it's popular, but it's fun. So, yeah, it's a fun game. I enjoy it. So, they came out with a big update a little while ago, is why, at least I would say a bunch of people jumped back into it. So, yeah. Yeah, and you know, you don't have to build all the track at once either. That's the other thing. That's true as well. Yeah, there are maps that the devs have put out now too, that have all your track already built, which sounds interesting. But I haven't checked one out because I want to lay out my track with like my own ideas, and then maybe look at other people's and be like, "Oh, that's a great idea. Let me go change all mine now." Yeah. Takes a long time. It's just about driving the trains. Yeah, and there really is no end either. The end, I guess, would be when you have enough money that it, like, you don't have to worry if you want to, like, buy a new loco, you know, or a bunch of cars or something. And then you start doing, you know, double headers and just crazy stuff. Like, oh, how long of a train can I make in this situation, or whatever, you know. There is no end to this, no end to this game, which is, pretty good if you ask me. Yeah. They have updated the track lane. It's a lot better, and we can also copy tracks now too. So, here. So if I just take this, I can copy I can copy that radius right there and then like just move it over and it'll adjust automatically. It'll adjust that. So that's like that piece of track, right? So that helps a lot with making dual tracks, by the way. It's a whole lot better than it has been. So they're always working on this game and good improvements as far as I'm concerned. Good improvements. Oh, I need drive yell. Find up the turbo. Let's go. Oh, that's interesting. Come around here. Okay. Interesting. To be honest, some of the ideas that I have on here, I could see having like a lot of people. So I've got some ideas, chat. I think it would be cool if you had it set up where, you know, you had people that basically just did like mainline freight. Okay, so they're gonna haul to the gold dredge. Okay, so they're gonna drive. They're gonna pull in. They're gonna drop off a whole train or unhook their cars, and then in theory there would be a whole nother set of cars there for them to take and go somewhere else on the map. And then have a dedicated person that runs the gold dredge. And that's their gold dredge. They're responsible for the inputs and the outputs, basically. But in theory, we would have enough cars that they could constantly kind of be working. And, like, there would be enough people bringing stuff to them, you know what I mean? Now, in theory, you'd have to have a ton of people, but it could be interesting, right? Just saying. One should be soon-ish. I got you, Trent. Trent, just call an Uber. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Probably don't have that out where Trent's at. Or, you know, even if there's only 4 of us, but I still think it'd be cool to kind of set up the scenario of like, you know, this is a mainline engine. This engine stays on the main line. It does not handle stuff at a industry, right? So like I said, this pulls into the gold dredge, it drops off, hooks up to another set of cars that are ready to go somewhere else and takes them. Yeah, I think that would be really cool, because we kind of had that on our one map with the smelter. Like, it was kind of Storms' smelter, and then we would like feed him stuff, and or sometimes he would jump in a train and go, you know, get core wood or something too. But it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. So that's kind of the goal long term, but it's getting to that point because you got to have a ton of money for cars and trains and yeah. Uber a family member. I got you, Trent. I got you. And especially now with the ability to, you know, click on something, or no, you don't have to click on it. Just hover your mouse over something and be able to see what it needs is such a nice little feature. Quality of life, man. They've worked on this game a ton as far as quality of life stuff, you know. That's definitely one of them. And it's great. It really is. All right, so we're taking the bypass track that I put in on Friday. Before this, we would have had to go back down, go all the way through the freight depot, go up basically to the sawmill, through the wheat farm, through the depot, and then up to the smelter. But this track basically just goes straight across to the smelter. Now, I will tell you, there are going to be trees, and we are going to have to stop and work on this line for a minute, because this is, well, kind of my maiden voyage on this line. We had a little issue with the save last night, so it's all good. But I will have to stop here in just a second. You're hiding from the wind with how chilly it is? Yeah, it's hot over here, Trent. At least it's not cold in this room anyway. I don't know about outside. Wait till later this week. I think we're going to get some like mid-90s coming. Can't wait. All right, so now we get our chainsaw, not a chainsaw, and Gotta clear this track, and then we're gonna redo the thing as well. I just don't like the smelter is sitting like in a bowl, basically. Supposed to drop to 45 tonight. It's currently 60. Dang. Wow. Chad, I think I may have found my new air conditioner, by the way, too. I think I found one. It's kind of between two right now. Because I'm terrified that my air conditioner is not going to make it another summer. And, like, there already has been times this spring where it's kind of struggle busing. So... And it doesn't have a service port, and I think it's getting a little low on, you know, the Freon, so it's kind of a whole thing. Kind of a whole thing. Right, you're making me look now. Oh, I guess it is only set. It's 75 outside and 74 in here. Something maybe isn't working with the old air conditioner, huh? Is it thought to be cooler than that? And there's the house is in the shade now too, so something maybe not quite right there. Interesting. The coolest part of the one I'm looking at, or both of them I'm looking at, is they have an app on your phone. So technically, like, when I'm not home and, you know, I'm on my way home from somewhere, I could like get on my phone and turn the air down. So when by the time I get here, drop to 52. But by the time I get here, it could be nice and chilly in this, you know? It'll be nice. By the way, here's this switch right here. The theory is, I guess, supposed to get down to 60 tonight. Okay. And then, you know, Wednesday, 92, 95, 90. Yeah. Yeah. The theory here is to drop a track that goes down to the oil refinery. It's down here somewhere. It's out there somewhere. Where is it? It's there somewhere. I know it is. Yeah. So the refinery. So because the refinery needs pipe. And pipe comes from the ironworks, which is the place we just drove past. So kind of makes sense. John, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight? What's going on? What's popping? But that's kind of the theory eventually, is to drop a track out of here and maybe make it a little aggressive even, you know? So. 46 and rain has just ended. All right. I gotta clear all the trees in that other track too. Dang it. Yeah, I stopped. Yeah, when I was rolling through here last night, I literally had my front wheel like hanging off there. Sounds about to go on a bike ride. Let's go. All right. Very nice. Yeah, Trent, you know, it's kind of crazy. We were complaining about too much rain, too much rain, too much rain. It's kind of dry again out there. Let's see. Yesterday, all the corn was curled up down by the farm. Or a lot of it. It was hot. It was hot yesterday, though. It was pretty toasty. So, all right. So here's the dilemma, chat. 70 with a chance of dropping Lost Farmer. Holy cow. Here's the dilemma, chat. What I don't like what is going on here. Okay. What I did here is it's just awkward and I don't like it. I'm going to do the thing. I think I'm going to do the thing where you have like a straight track and then another straight track and another straight track. And then when you pull in here with the core with the drop off, you just move it from car to car to get it over. It just works better. This is awkward. It's very aggressive. But the main thing I don't like here is, okay, you got your flat piece of track for your platform here where you drop off your iron ore. And then you have just like roller coaster going uphill. Okay. So this whole industry here kind of sits down in a bowl. Because same thing over here. Actually, there's a bit of a climb there. But if we come over here to the output side where you get your raw iron and your rail, you have another just aggressive hill climb coming right out of here. So I don't know where the right location is, but somewhere out here, we're going to move this thing. Like, that's all there is to it. Right? Yeah, I hope not, Trent. You'll cook, and you'll cook if you are. So I think I'm just going to start deleting track around this, and basically before because we did put some stuff in here last night, and we did kind of run operations here, and we just decided that we did not like it. Did not like it at all. So instead of, yeah, we're going to move the thing. I don't know where the appropriate place is to move it. You know, maybe over here kind of on this hilltop. I don't know. Maybe we just rotate the building a little bit. Maybe that's the strat, because we can do all that. So something's got to be changed with it, though. I just don't like it. Don't like it at all. So we'll cut this back to our Y over here. You know, even if we could just get it, like, over here more. I don't know. But something's got to give. Because it's not good where it is. Or if we could haul in fill dirt and raise the whole thing up about 3 feet, then we'd be great. Maybe like 5 feet. But you can simply, once I do this right, you can simply just delete that, which is nice. I do like that they gave us the ability to do this. You know, this is very nice that they gave us the ability to do this whole messing with the industries. You know, maybe we just rotate it basically 90. There it is. Okay. The problem is I see platforms are still in the ground. Well, I think the platforms will pop up, but if they're in the ground, that means it's uneven ground there. But something, let's like look at that just for funsies. Yeah, I could handle that. This one looks fine here. Like there's a little bit of a hill, but it's not terrible, right? Trent, whatever. Now this is still probably an issue here. That's not terrible because I can just turn to the right a little bit and sneak out that way. Now this is like way off the ground. Telegraph office can go away for now. I think that's a whole lot better. Chat thoughts? Chat thoughts? I think it looks a lot better than it was. Just saying. Although we still have the hill here. But I think we can manage that. Maybe. Actually, if we put a thing on there, it's not going to look like that anyway. It's going to be a left. Like that is the way I usually do it. And that works. It's a little low down here, but it works. And then that from here, just from here it starts to drop. So I mean that works. That looks good to me. I like that. I don't mind it nearly as much as what we had before. Before was just kind of awkward. So. Looks better than smelter number 1. All right. Sean, this is the smelter. That's not what I want. This is the smelter, and it was just kind of awkward. The way it was laid out before. Because you had like your tracks had to go uphill both ways in the snow as soon as they interacted with your industry here. So what we've actually done is we deleted the smelter and rotated it basically 90 degrees and moved it over just a smidge too. And I think it's going to be Well, that's a little awkward there, but that's fine. I think it's gonna be a whole lot better. So that side's gonna be all right. Let's take a look see here at this. You know, I'm not opposed to some hills, but when it's just like real awkward, that's what I don't care for. So like this, we probably shouldn't do that. We should probably connect it from end to end. And then do it that way, right? Yeah. Same car process? What do you mean by that, Trent? Yeah, Sean, so they give you the ability to have 3 of any industry, and so technically... Or do they still give you 3? I guess can you have more than 3? I don't know. They used to have numbers in there and tell you. But basically, yeah, we just deleted the one that was on the map and built our own, yeah. So, it's all good. What? Sean, what do you mean Northern Lights would look cool in the snow? You're still on the map that has snow, Sean. We just deleted that industry and replaced it. That's all we did. We just turned it 90 degrees, actually, is all we've done. These tracks used to run north-south, and now they're basically running east-west. That's pretty much all we've done, Sean. So, yeah, it's the same map. Yeah, that'll work. That's okay. It's not flat, but that's okay. I don't mind it. It's a whole lot better than it was on the other side, so... Hey, it's Squirrely Dan. Dan, what's going on, man? Long time no see. How are you? Oh, Trent, if you're talking about Corewood, yes, I would like to do that again. Yeah, last night running what I did, I just didn't like it, so... Yeah, we can do that for Corewood, yeah. I don't mind that at all, to be honest. Now, the only tricky part is getting this to line up. Although, actually, we can just do that. We don't need any more switches here. Just do it. Or wait, no. Did we run another track here? I think we did. We had another track here, didn't we? Yeah. I think so. Although that's way over there. So what I need to actually do is take this first switch out a few, and this might be a problem. I might be running into the ground here if I do this the way that I normally do it. So if we go straight out, the problem is we're gonna run basically into the ground, but that's okay. We can always elevate slightly. No, I don't know how far we need to go. Let's try that. Why not? Oh, goodness. Goodness. Do the first half. Dan, we're doing, man. We are doing. Yeah, been doing good. Oh, see, we don't like that. Need a little elevation here, chat. Or do I need to move the industry a little bit more? This game is a whole lot better than when I first played it. Like, it was fun when I first started playing, but it had a lot of really frustrating things. It's a whole lot. It's almost outside of the name, like it's almost a different game, right? You'll be back next week. Okay. Let me check this, chat. I think I need to move the industry a little bit more to the west. Because that's good flat track there. What if we move the industry just a little bit more to the west? Hear me out, chat. But yeah, so this game, it literally is like a completely different game these days. To be completely honest, it really is. It's so good. But just it's there's so many things that they've done to improve the game, and it's little quality of life things. Like before, when you wanted to set your track at your industries, you had to kind of figure out, well, hang on, where's this at? Hang on, let me rotate it and all this. And then your industries were all pre-placed, and they weren't exactly like east-west or north-south. They were at some weird angle that you couldn't match. So you just kind of had to guess. They put connection points now for your track, y'all. They put connection points right there so you can just connect. And you have perfectly placed track that goes with your platforms. Elevation, everything. It's just, it's so much better. You know, the map, this is new with this last update. The map is incredible. The fact that you can just hover over an industry and see what it needs, how many it needs, how many it has, what it outputs, how many it has to output. Little quality of life things, and you can control switches now from the map. I can come here to our train yard and oh, I want to route a train and I want to do whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. You can control it. It's little quality of life updates. I would say if anybody is on the edge of buying this game, it's time. It's finally time to buy it. I really would. I really do like believe in that. You know, like they've changed it so much in such good ways that like it's probably time to buy it, honestly. It's basically a finished game. I mean, there's still some little issues and stuff, but every game has issues. They are looking at they talked about maybe in the fourth quarter of this year making it like a what's it called? Like a full release finally, and not be in early access anymore. Version 1, basically. So they've talked about that, but yeah, man, I would say this is the time. And hey, if nothing else, read up on the Steam return policy, and if you don't like the game, you can always get a refund, you know? Just saying. That's always something something I always recommend. Always read up on that Steam return policy, and if you don't like it, you can always get a refund. Well, yeah. I did help a little. So there's still a little bit of an awkward hump right here, but I don't have to use that connection point either. So let's see if we can build this out, chat, and if it works, cool. If not, then we can always move the industry a little bit more. Not a big deal. Yeah, not a big deal. And, you know, the other thing to keep in mind, guys, of course, when I say, like, hey, you should buy this game, I'm not getting paid. They don't give me anything early. They don't know who I am. They don't, you know. I'm just a guy who plays the game and enjoys it and recommends it to my friends. So that's pretty much that, y'all. Pretty much. I think we need to move that over still just a smidge. So whatever that length of that track is, we need to increase it just a hair. And probably want to elevate slightly as well. To be honest. So a little elevation never hurt anybody, right? We're gonna go to 1% to right there. It's only a 1% grade. I think we'll be okay. And you know, the interesting thing about this game is if you want to be real precise and real picky about your tracks and stuff, oh, you can do it. Trust me. And it's something. Now, I don't like how low this is sitting in the ground here. Got a biker gang going down my street. This should work, but I don't like how low it is to the ground. We might bump that up a little bit. Oh, hello. That may not work. It's too low. Okay, so that's where, you know, you just delete everything and you start over. Because again, I don't have to use that connection point. I can come in a little bit higher, which actually might be the strat. If we connect to this connection point here, and we run out a perfectly straight track, but elevated track, and then we aren't going to connect to that on purpose. We're going to just go past it. This track doesn't need to be flat anyway, so like that. But yeah, if you want to be real fussy with it, you can. Sometimes I am. It's still not getting any like higher though. That's the thing I don't quite. There's just a little bit of an awkward hill right here that I'm not a fan of. And I guess I could, let's look at this on this side. This is flat for a ways out here, right? About this one. Problem is if I move the industry too much to make that side better, then this side's gonna get a little awkward, but not for a while. All right, let's move that again. Moving industries. All right, so we want it to be like so, and that was our track that we had for that platform. So if we just go over a little more, like maybe there, right there, why not? You betcha. I think this side will be fine. Yeah. And I'm trying to not make this complicated, but I'm also making it complicated, but it'll be easier long term if I can do what I'm trying to do here, because what I'm trying to do is set this up so when you drop off the core wood, it's not an annoying process like it normally is. So we're trying to make it so it's easy. Might be cheaty, but that's a whole lot better. But it's also easier, so that's okay. I'll take the extra time and make it so it's easier. Just saying. I'm just saying. Now, if I could get this switch to match the grade of that track. Bring in the dozers and do some terraforming. I mean, yeah. See, that's the other thing. That's not matching that now. Okay. So here. You know, Lost, if it was, if I could, I probably would, to be honest. If I could, I would, all right? Just saying. It's not cheaty what you did is cheaty. What did you... Oh, the way you had it, like, curving in? I didn't mind that, but I could only... I didn't like it at the same time. I didn't mind it, but I did not like it. See if I can get that... Yeah, which I will. Actually. Go back to the 1% grade. Okay, if I do that and then go... at that same grade. Now, if I delete this in between, this should hopefully, I want it to lock in on that grade is what I want, actually. And switches can be placed on grade now, which is nice. I do it here. That's not right. Doesn't run straight out of there. That's right. See, I need it to be like up in the air. I need it to be like up here. What I really, I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. I need that to be like, can we just stack these real quick? Hang on, chat. Don't mind me. Sometimes in life, when life gives you awkward things, you have to make do with what you have. And that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Trying to stack it. Sometimes you can get stuff to stack in this game, and I know it's awkward, but whatever. Like that. If I could get that to connect to that, and then I'll make up the little gap down there, I'll be fine with that. Don't delete that yet, John. Don't do it. It's gonna cause problems. Now we need this whole whole thing back a smidge. I like the height. I don't, you know. I like the height now. We just go to flatland. Where's all the flatland at? Yours was way more. The track height. You know, Trent was talking about last night. He's like, just put a bridge on top of all of it and be done with it. And I was like, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Big Al, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Hope all is well. See, that's problem is I can't quite go where I want to because it's gonna lock. There needs to be a way to toggle the lock. Does that make sense, chat? I know that makes sense to the people who play this game. That's way out of line. I just want it to. Okay, the other you know what? Let's try playing. Let's try another plan here. Big Al, without saying too much, you made the right call by not coming this way yesterday. We'll just leave it at that, Big Al. You made the good call. It was kind of a joke. One bridge, no switches, bam, done. No, Trent. No. Can we copy this? So where does this need to be? About there? Here, hang on. We're going to do it a different way even. Chat, you know, if you like to think outside the box, this game might be for you. Sometimes you gotta really put your thinking cap on and do some thinking with this one, man. You really do. You really gotta see. I like this elevation. We just use this elevation for everything. This elevation's beautiful. Just saying. That's a good elevation right there. Now, can we use the force here? Can we use the force? I don't think it lines up on these, does it? No. It'd be so nice if it would just line up on crossovers. No. No. For the record, you can use crosses, the 90-degree crossovers. Do work wonders for lining things up. It might be how where are we looking? The freight yard here? The yard? That's how I got parallel tracks lined up, and this other track I got it parallel. Yeah, got everything lined up nice and neat with the crossovers. Oh, by golly, George, I think we had enough elevation. We finally got this. Except for those that are not hooked up at all right. This one's fine. The other two, not so much. There we go. There. Bada bing, bada boom, ka-chow. Look at that. We finally got our elevation. Wow. Wow, now it doesn't line up that way. Dang it. I gotta put a little tiny bit of track in there. And then I can get that to line up. Gosh. See, this is why I do some of this, a lot of this, when I'm not live. We're gonna try 2 meters, chat. That's probably gonna be too much, watch. Probably gonna be too much. This one doesn't matter, though. Hello? That pops? You do me a favor? Hang on, chat. All right, chat. Sorry. Cool. All right, is this lined up? That's not bad. Might need just a smidge more. Is it possible? Oh, once it's covered as far as I know. Yeah. Yeah, once it's covered, you're kind of done. Let's see. All right, so we're off by that much, chat, for making these tracks straight. Good. Just connect it. Will you notice that it's off that much, chat? That's the real question of life. All right, we were talking air conditioning stuff, y'all. Sorry. I'm back. No one's going to notice, but I will notice. But I will. Now, the other problem is the elevation, too. Getting the elevation to line up correctly down here. Oh, my goodness. See, it's too much. I actually don't mind that because you're going to be on this track and this one's a little lower and then this one's a little lower yet. I don't mind that. Chat thoughts? It's fine, right? I could spend all night working on this, so. Looks good from your house. All right. You won't notice. You'll just know. Yeah. So basically, for those of you that don't know, the way this works is we're going to put 2 cars on that first track. 2 cars on this track, and they will live there permanently. Then when you pull in with the Corwood cars here, you stop here, you unload it from the main line, or whatever you want to call this, to this line, and then you unload it to this line, and then you unload it to the platform. And it's a little more work, but it's not bad, right? Actually, I really don't mind that elevation. Little more work, but it's not bad. Actually, should I just make a train yard over here? Maybe I leave that switch and make a train yard. Oh, I do like train yards, you know. I do, chat. I do. Probably like them a little more than I should. We'll just leave that switch in there for now. I was going to take it out, but we can leave it. And then you don't have to, like, split your train or back up or do any of that, you know, nonsense. Not enough railroads. You need more railroads? Now the real question is, chat, where is my track at? Oh, it's over there now. That's just awkward. Oh, that is just simply awkward now. All right. Oh, goodness me. It's fine. It's fine. straighter than some of the walls in your 100-year-old house. Oh, so what happened, guys? This was the smelter here, and it was kind of set so the tracks went north-south, and it was already hooked up. But it was really awkward because when you came out on either platform, there was like hills, and it was real aggressive and stuff. I didn't like it. So what I did tonight is I rotated it and moved it over a little bit because it was over here in this clearing. So that's why my tracks are really in an awkward spot. But all we got to do is fix our tracks now. Because, like I said, it was all hooked up and ready to go. It was functional, but I just didn't like the way it was run. So, not that it was bad planning, it's that plans changed. Basically. So, not that it was bad planning, because it wasn't bad planning. It's just that we're doing something different, and hopefully better as well. So, that's kind of the whole thing here, right? So.
Bear0313 cheered X100. You know what the smelter did? He delta.
Bear, thanks for the bits. How's it going, Bear? Welcome in. Keep doing it the wrong way, chat. The wrong way. Oh, goodness me. Appreciate the bits, but I don't like that it's floating. We can go from a bridge here out, but I don't like that it's floating. But we can address that later. Whatever. It's fine for now. But yeah, not that it was bad planning. It's just plans changed. So that's why this is looking real awkward right now, but it's about to look a lot better. So yeah. Yeah. You can fly in this game now, which is nice. It's a little interesting to get used to, but yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's a beautiful. I like that track a lot. I like it. And yes, I know I need to cut down trees and stuff. I'll get there, guys. You know, I'll get there. That works. So it's a little interesting here. If we look on the old map here. So what we had going is I had a nice loop down here. So that if you were coming from the freight depot and you wanted to drop something off here or grab something to go back to the freight depot, you could take the nice loop back. And then we have this other track coming in, and it looped into the top side here, right? And then, like I said, it used to sit north-south, and now we're sitting east-west. So we just need to, like, tie everything back together. Dave's Place, what's going on? How are you? And I probably would like to have a loop down here still. Or maybe... I'm kind of thinking here, if we could come out and maybe loop up into this track. And then make this track go over here and connect in. I'm not sure. Because we kind of need loops on both sides in a way, or... it's a whole thing, chat. Triggered out of your mind. Okay. It shouldn't be too hard. The problem is the elevation differences in this part of the map. 2 of the 3. Well, these two, I think we'll just connect them here, right? Put another switch here. Reshape this line to go in, and then reshape this line to go in, right? And then over here, we just need to take we can go all the way back down to this elbow, maybe. Straighten this out a little bit. Come over here more. And go in like that. But somewhere I need like a loop back. Because in theory, if we're coming in on this line here, which we have that train set up to do, we need to be able to drop stuff off here and then go back on that same line to go get more iron ore. So it's not that it's hard to do. It's just trying to do it and make it look nice and you know, all that stuff. And then I might sneak a train yard in over here. Might do that yet. We'll see. We'll see about that one. So, but what I'm thinking we do here is we'll go straight to another switch. Probably just go lefty here. Doesn't matter. Thanks for the follow there. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? What's going on? How are you? But yeah. And really, I normally don't like to put your switches next to each other like that, but since we're pretty much doing stuff from the map, it doesn't really matter anymore. To be perfectly honest with everybody, it doesn't really matter. So, alright, so we're gonna come over here and we'll delete all this stuff for now. Delete this. And you know, that's the beautiful part of this game, honestly. I feel like it's a fun game, but it's sometimes it's like, okay, I built this, it doesn't work, I don't like it, let's fix it, let's make it better. And that's something really cool about this game, in my opinion. So, all right, where's our track over here? There it is. So we're going to use the auto connect here, so hopefully it's not like too aggressive or anything on the elevation. It shouldn't be, but we're just going to auto connect that and let the game decide elevations and route and stuff. I think that'll be fine. And nice and smooth, yeah. Because it's a smooth operator after all, right? And then we need to take one up here and reconnect to this line right here. Although we might cut that back a little more to connect. Let's see how, see, yeah, because that curves out, then back in. That's kind of aggressive there, too. It's not bad, but we can probably do that manually and make that better. Yeah. Probably cut it back to right somewhere here, I think is a transition. Yeah, from there. And then sometimes when I'm doing stuff like this, I like to leave the old track for a minute. All right. Just because then I know where not to build. If that makes sense. I know where I don't want to build the track, if that, you know. So. And we don't need to be curling in yet, because we need to go like out and then curl in. Plus the other thing is with the map now, it makes it a whole lot easier to build track. Plus the other thing that I learned just the other day, so if I run that track way out there, that shows that track on my map now, which is pretty darn cool. That it shows the track that I'm, you know, basically holding in my hand, you know. So I like that part a lot, to be honest. So obviously we can go way more than that. I don't like to go anything more than 100. But that's a 190. It's kind of parallel with that track. We should be able to, yeah, that looks good to me. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's just wait and see here. So if we go, so obviously we're going to need more than 190 here, but our elevation's pretty high too. We may have to drop a lot of elevation here, huh? I didn't realize that. That's only a 1% grade, 2%. So it's going to come in somewhere between a 1.5, 2% grade, and that's a 150 on our radius. So I say we just unlock it and let's auto connect it now and see what it looks like. I mean, I think That's probably fine. The only thing we could do if we wanted to was we could shed elevation up there more. We probably should, because there's no reason for us to, well, that's not bad. It's not maybe the best, but it's not bad. Thoughts, chat? What are we thinking? It's not bad. Unfortunately, we have to be that high down there because that's just where the land is. But I think that's fine. It's a pretty good track. And then this is where I come in and delete the old. I kind of don't like building with all the bridge or the trestle or whatever you want to call it. I kind of rather just have tracks like down on the ground, but that doesn't always work when you're dealing with all the elevation changes. In this map, the elevation changes kind of sneak up on you, to be honest. They kind of do. It doesn't look like there should be a lot of elevation, but there actually is. All right, so this side's looking pretty solid here, I would say. I would say we're okay over here now. But yeah. Obviously trees to cut down. So I'm glad I've moved it. I think this is gonna work a lot better. This is the one spot right here where it's that's a little low right here, but it's fine. I don't mind it that much. I don't like it 100%. I don't mind it that much. May do a future yard over here at some point, but for tonight, we don't need to worry about that. That's more something I do when I'm not streaming. As y'all should see how many times, you think it's bad how many times it took me to get this right, or kind of right. I'll rip out a yard like 20 times. I don't care. If it's not exactly what I want, I'll just keep trying until I get it. Alright, gonna cut down these trees right here in this industry. Now, this other side. The other side's gonna be a little interesting too, but it shouldn't be that bad. Could not be bad. And yes, we believe in deforestation. At least around the industries, Makes it harder to see with all the trees, too. Although this map's really not bad with trees. Nothing compared to, like, the first one. The first one's crazy with trees. This one's not too bad, but I like to have good line of sight. Yeah. Alright. Okay, that is probably... You can't just leave two trees over here by themselves, right? That's probably good for now. So that other end's already hooked up. Well, let's just go cut those trees down too. Why not? Why not? Be gone. Trio delito. This is usually Trent's job, but Trent's not here right now, so he's really efficient at it, honestly. Trent or Black Cat both. They're very efficient at cutting trees down this game. We will have to run. You know what? Let's just go do it now before we forget. We'll have to run these lines too. Since we moved them both, I think the one on the left might be okay. Never mind. There's trees literally growing through the track. It's not okay, chat. It's not okay. Dang it. But something like this where it's like, oh, the train should just run. No. No, you hit that with speed, you will be in orbit before you know what hits you. Or you'll just be down there. Or so what it'll do. Alright. And sometimes if you can't get trees, you do have to jump off and get them from the bottom side, which is totally fine. Not a big deal. Like said tree that doesn't want to go away, so. I usually like to run on top first, and then I'll come back and run down below. Just clean them up, whatever needs to go. Oh, are we just W key right off the thing and fall? That works too. It's harder to tell from down here what all needs to go. But that's alright. It's there's something right there, isn't there? Little short one. Come on. No? Not having it. Alright. Keep on running. One problem with moving track. Go clean all the trees up. Alright, I know I have the one I gotta go back for, so we'll run back on top until we get to that, and then we'll jump off again. That's good enough. I don't know that yeah, I have run that track once. That particular part of it. Okay, this one obviously could stay, but I'd rather not have trees like anywhere near my train tracks personally. To a point. They're fine sometimes, but you know, you don't have to have them, then be gone. See, like this one, I don't know if that would actually cause a problem. It doesn't go through, but like it's still underneath the... I feel like any of them that are underneath just need to go. Even if they're like little tiny trees. I feel like they all need to go. Even if they're not poking through. Be gone. I can't wait, chat, to use the diamond interchange that we built the other day, or I built the other day. That was kind of a we thing. We built that, chat. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. Or something. I do have an idea for that other chute that connects out, or just goes out into the water right now. I have an idea for that. I'll have to get back down there at some point. Maybe later. Maybe later tonight. I don't know. Not sure. Oh, here's a pesky one that doesn't want to delete. Alright, so we know we have to come back for one. There's probably other ones that are underneath there that we need to get out as well, so we'll just keep on rolling down the track for now. The funny thing is I'm not actually going to use this track for a little while. Well, I might. Because this goes from the smelter to basically... Oh, this needs another switch put in it somewhere too. But this goes from the smelter down to the depot. I need to put a switch in this somewhere to make a Y, so that we can go to the eastern part of the map from this track without going south and all the way around. Because there's obviously the rail comes from the smelter. The rail needs to go to the coal mine. And the coal mine is what's keeping us from getting gold going, and the gold is worth a ton of money, even if it's just the gold ore, which is probably all we will do at first, is just sell some gold ore right from the dredge. But apparently it's worth like stupid money, so yeah, somewhere here I need to put a Y going to the right, which would be east. Maybe right here at the bottom of this bridge, because there's other track going that way. Look at this, because that goes over to the cow farm. That's probably going to be an okay spot to do this, right? Put a Y right here. And then, like, connect it over here somewhere. Make a nice... Connect it probably right there, even. And that goes through the cow farm and it comes down here and eventually heads over to up to the coal mine. Now that's all that's there. There's no, I need to go back up there and make a lot more tracks. So I have not done that yet. So I need to do that. Aiden, nice for the bits. Appreciate them. How are you? What's poppin'? Well, let's rip this out real quick. We'll put a switch in here. Like track. I know we're getting distracted right now, but this all needs to be done too. So. Oh, that should be okay on that radius. That's fine. I don't think that's too awkward. Let's go over here real quick. Oh, Trent's here. Trent is here, chat. I'm doing awesome. Trent, what's up?
Oh, not a whole lot.
All right. At least, did you hitchhike? How'd you get? You have to hitchhike to get home, Trent? No? That'd be a no. I kind of don't. Let's see. Turn like that. I think I like that. You see the train yard there, Trent? Ooh.
Sorry, do what?
I said, did you see the train yard?
Yeah. No, I was since I asked my aunt if she can come get me.
Yeah.
Because apparently my uncle left his phone at the house and said it'd probably be a good idea to bring the tractor over today.
Oh.
Like, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea because then tomorrow I'll have my truck there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I brought the tractor over and then
nobody was there to give you
on my way over there, I was like, are you able to come get me? And they're like, well, we're in town. So I was like, why did you say
bring the tractor if you can't get me back home? Yeah. That's kind of awkward. That'll work.
And so I noticed on my Find My Friends app because I can see where my mom is. So I'm like, oh, she's home.
Ah.
Can you come get me? And she's like, matter of fact, we're about ready to go for a ride.
I say she was probably confused. Like, what are you talking about? That's funny. Well, that's good. You got to see your mom, right?
Yeah, and her dog that she takes with her, like me and mine.
Oh. Okay. This might be awkward here. I might have to go in and then come out. Yeah, that's gonna have to happen. Come this way. Nope. This way. Just need like parallel tracks here. But you can't really make parallel tracks when you're going from a switch like that. It doesn't really kind of work. Assuming this is one piece, right? Is this one track? That doesn't really work. That goes all the way. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Kind of unfortunate. I'm trying really hard to get this all hooked up here, but you know, being a whole thing. Actually, not bad. It's just it takes a little bit of time. That's all. All right, let's try going from this end. Okay, so we need a little elevation. 100's not going to work. Fortunately, ooh. Let's try 100. See if we can get that to curve around. That or we'll put a... Oh yeah, 100 will work. Okay. We could put a crossover in if we had to. That would look good. Now let's see if we can get this just to connect. Ciao.